I often go on business trips and have gotten used to staying in cheap hotels. They all look the same. Dim lighting, faded carpets, creaky door. They all look the same. They all look the same. Dim lighting. I often go on business trips and have gotten used to staying in cheap hotels. They all look the same. Dim lighting, faded carpets, creaky doors. Nothing special. But this hotel was different. I arrived late at night. Tired, with an aching back, I could barely stand as I parked my car. The huge neon sign, "Moonlight Inn," flickered in the darkness as if it hadn't been repaired in years. When I stepped inside, the receptionist, a frail elderly woman with gray hair pulled into a tight bun, looked at me with a strange expression. "Welcome. Do you have a reservation?" she asked in a monotone voice. I nodded and handed her my passport. She glanced at it, then at me. "Room number... 9, she said, hesitating. It seemed like she wanted to give me a different number, but something stopped her. "Breakfast is from 7 to 9, she added and handed me the key. I thanked her and headed for the elevator. As the doors closed, I noticed she was still watching me. Room number 9. The moment I stepped inside the room, an uneasy feeling washed over me. It was an ordinary hotel room. Bed, desk, closet, small TV. But something felt... off. The air was stale, as if no one had stayed here for a long time. The carpet near the bed had strange dark stains. And the mirror across from the bed was too clean. It didn't just reflect the room, it felt like it was watching me. I sighed, kicked off my shoes, and collapsed onto the bed. Exhaustion took over, and soon I drifted into sleep. Whispers in the walls. I woke up to whispering. Muffled voices from the wall, like someone was speaking right next to me. I glanced at the clock. 3:15 a.m. My heartbeat quickened. At first, I thought it was just the neighbors. But the more I listened, the stronger my fear became. The voices were too close. I pressed my ear against the wall. "He's in number 9. He's already here." My jaw tightened. This wasn't a regular conversation. They were talking about me. I jerked back, my breathing unsteady. Maybe I was imagining things. I decided to turn on the light. Click. Nothing. The bulb didn't turn on. Click, click, click. The darkness remained impenetrable. And then, I heard a knock on the door. A slow, heavy knock. 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 I froze. Who could it be at 3 in the morning? I moved closer. Knock. Knock. "Who's there?" I asked, trying to sound calm. No answer. Slowly, I peeked through the peephole. No one. I stepped back. And then the doorknob twisted. The reflection. I didn't wait. I ran to the nightstand, grabbed my phone, but it wouldn't turn on. I turned towards the mirror across the bed. And that's when I noticed something strange in the reflection. The door was already open. And in the doorway stood a dark figure. I slowly turned around. The door was closed. I looked back at the mirror. The figure was moving. It took one step. Then another, but I heard no footsteps, and that's when I understood. It wasn't in the real world. It was coming from the reflection. I lunged for the door, yanking the handle. Locked. In the mirror, the figure was almost upon me. Its hand reached out, and then a sudden sound click. The light turned on. I spun around. The mirror was normal. No figure. The door was shut. My phone vibrated, finally coming to life. I grabbed my things, shoved them into my backpack, and ran out of the room. At the reception desk, the same old woman looked at me and gave a small nod, as if she knew what had happened. "Leaving already?" she asked, unsurprised. I nodded. She sighed and placed the key to room 9 back on the shelf. I never stayed in cheap hotels again.